Hey guys, Aztec here with another one of my Civilization 6 videos. Now, today I want to talk about the whole pre-order Aztec exclusivity pack thing that's going on with Civilization 6 and pre-orders. Now, if you didn't know, the Aztec civilization in Civ 6 is being used to drive pre-order sales as a timed exclusivity thing. And whatever your opinion on it, it's important to know what's going on so you can make an informed decision if you're planning to buy Civilization 6. So let's start with the facts of it. Now, DLC was announced before gameplay was revealed. I mean, the Digital Deluxe Edition is an option to buy the game, and the Deluxe Edition comes with the 25th Anniversary Digital Soundtrack and access to 4 post-launch DLC packs that will add new maps, scenarios, civilizations, and leaders for a bundled discount. Now, the Aztec civilization is not one of these DLCs, but the Aztec civilization pack comes with, well, they say 4 things. There's the leader, which is Montezuma, the unique unit, which is the Eagle Warrior, the unique building, that's the Tlachli, sorry, I can't pronounce that properly, and the wonder, which is the Hueteocalli. Now, the Aztec civilization is an exclusive pre-order item for 90 days, after which the content will be made available at no additional charge to all owners of the game. That means for the first 90 days of release of Civilization 6, if you want to be able to play the Aztec civilization, you have to pre-order the game. And then after the 90 days, the Aztec civilization will become available to everyone who owns the game for free. Those are the facts of it. So this does lead to some speculative questions, which we should be asking. So for example, does the Aztec civilization count as one of the 18 civilizations that were promised on launch? The developers said that on launch there will be 18 civilizations to play with, which is an acceptable amount because Civilization 5 launched with 18 civs. And we could guess yes that the Aztecs would count as one of those 18 because they pretty much said that the 18 civilizations will be announced before the game was launched. And the Aztec civilization has already been announced. So unless they're planning to announce a total of 19 civilizations before launch, the Aztecs is going to count as one of them. And for those of you who don't pre-order, that means on launch you're only going to be able to choose from 17 civilizations. Another interesting point is they're calling it the Aztec Civilization Pack. The phrasing of the includes content, it says it includes these 4 things. It's kind of weird. It's like they're saying that you're getting 4 things in a pack, implying that these sorts of things could be individual in terms of future updates or DLC. You know, they've already sort of implied that there will be different leaders for the same civilization, so they could be leader DLC or leader updates in the future, but it sort of implies that the unique unit, unique buildings, and wonders as well could be part of other packs or individual components. And that doesn't sound like anyone's gonna like the idea of that. And another bit of speculation is, would it be possible to pre-order the game 1 day before release and preload the game? Or is there gonna be a cutoff time where you won't be able to pre-order the game anymore? Because buying a game a day before release so you could preload it and then just play it as soon as it's available, well, that's what I usually do. Alright, so what are people's opinions and take on this whole situation? Well, firstly, a lot of people have had positive and negative opinions about Civilization 6. I mean, a lot of people don't like the art style, or they love the art style. They don't like how the leaders look, but they like how the map looks. Or they're concerned about various mechanics, like roads being built by trade. But a lot of those things are still based on guesswork, or it's just opinions and preferences, and it's very subjective. But the Aztec civilization being a pre-order exclusivity thing, well, that's a tangible thing which can be unfair to the consumer. And they didn't know about it until someone points it out to them, whether they watched a video on it or they didn't catch that little bit, that the Aztec civilization won't just be a default thing in the base game, for the first 90 days anyway. Now, this could lead to the consideration that the game is going to be incomplete for 90 days. And I do have to say that 90 days is a long time. That's 1 full quarter, an entire season, 3 months. I mean, when this video that you're watching right now goes live, we're 70 days to release on October 21st. And that seems far enough away already. And 90 days is longer than that. Furthermore, on-disc DLC is kind of the term that's used here, and it's never a nice term, you know, on-disc DLC. It sort of implies that a normal amount of work was put into the game and some of it was purposefully cut off and cut away from the game for it to be sold later, but I do have to reiterate that the Aztec civilization is not being sold separately. It is free one way or the other, it's just about how many days it takes. On the other hand, coming from a more neutral perspective, a lot of people probably won't care that much about not being able to play the Aztecs, and they might just see it as a free DLC that comes 3 months in. Even though it is a bit anti-consumer, there are those who are just not gonna care about it. And DLC and future content is already planned for Civilization 6, and some of it is most likely already complete, just not publicized like the Aztecs. So for those of you who are saying anything completed before release should be included at launch, and if it's not, the game is incomplete, well, it's almost guaranteed that some stuff is already complete that they're planning to put into DLC. We just don't know about it yet. And more civs are coming in the future anyway. You know, Civilization 5 launched with 18 civs, and the game wasn't incomplete because it didn't have all the other civs that exist today. It could have been considered incomplete for various other reasons, but the number of civilizations tends to go up over time. Releasing civilizations over time maintains interest in the game as the years go on, and it does take time and money to make these civilizations worthwhile and good. So that's not really the issue here. The main problem I see is when you get a Hitman 2016 case where development starts as it being one big game, and then the publisher or someone decides halfway through development to split it up to other pieces, or to turn it into episodic content. So my real concern is that the Aztecs being a pre-order bonus wasn't initially planned as a bonus, and the worry is that pre-order numbers weren't doing so well, so the Aztecs were made to be an exclusive pre-order bonus for 90 days. If this wasn't part of the original plan, then yes, the game would be incomplete on launch, but if it was part of their plan from the start, then the game should be designed to still be good without the Aztecs, as it should also be designed to be good without the other upcoming civilizations, which we don't know about yet. So what are the consequences of putting the Aztecs as a pre-order bonus for 90 days? Well, it does perpetuate the perception that games aren't complete or worth it at launch. I've seen the comment sections and many people say that Civilization really isn't expected to be good at launch and you should just buy it on sale a year later or even 2 years later. Many saying that they'll stick with Civ 4 or Civ 5 until 2017 or 2018. And also, it sort of forces people who don't want to pre-order, or who don't believe in pre-ordering, to either sacrifice their principles to get a complete game with the Aztecs included, or to change their plans to buy it on launch, and then to buy it later on after 90 days. But either way, I think the main problem is that there are people who are going to be unaware of the Aztec pre-order exclusivity thing, and they're not going to be able to make an informed decision as to how they want to buy and play Civilization 6. So for example, someone who doesn't know about this is not really paying attention to the development or the marketing or anything like that, and they're just saying on October 21st I'm going to buy the game and play it, and then they find out that they can't play the Aztecs. And at that point, they couldn't play the Aztecs even if they wanted to pay for it. If they said, okay, I want to play the Aztecs now, and I want to give you $5 for it, they couldn't do that because the Aztecs is not being sold. It's actually a free update, so they're going to be stuck for 3 months without being able to play the Aztecs. And these people might have been okay with pre-ordering, they just didn't know about it. And overall, this seems like a completely unnecessary move. I mean, Civilization 6 is Civilization. It's gonna sell a ton of copies, a lot of people are gonna play it, despite the number of people saying they're not gonna play it because the graphic style or the art style, they don't like the direction it's going in. Let's face it, millions of people are gonna play Civilization 6. And this sort of artificial restriction feels like it's punishing day one buyers more than it's rewarding pre-order purchases. And overall, it just feels really weird. Alright, and there you have it. That's the whole Aztec pre-order exclusivity thing. So what are you going to do and why? Did you or do you plan to pre-order? Are you gonna buy it on day one and not play the Aztecs for 90 days? Are you gonna wait until the 90 days are up and then buy it? Or are you even gonna play the long game and buy it a year later on sale, or even 2 years later? I'd love to know what you think of the whole situation and why. Alright, and that's it from me about the whole Aztecs and Civilization 6 pre-order exclusivity thing. If you'd like to see more Civilization 6 content, do subscribe to my channel, or click the annotations on the screen or the links in the description down below. I've got a pair of videos, one showing off the 10 biggest changes of Civilization 6, which can be very exciting, and also 6 concerns that a lot of people have for Civilization 6, which we're hoping don't turn out to be true. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.